Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about Star Trek Adventures, and we are specifically going to continue the tale of security crewman Archibald, and today we're going to talk about the meeting of Rathmore. All right, so the Enterprise NX-01 with Captain Archer, Engineer Tucker, Communications Officer Sato, Pilot Mayweather, are heading toward Kronos, the capital of the Klingon capital, to return Klang, this Klingon warrior who was found unconscious on Earth at this farm, right? So this is the first mission of the Enterprise NX-01, and so they're on their way, and they're getting close to getting to the edge of the solar system. Okay, well. The ship is intercepted by another. So the Enterprise NX-01 is intercepted by another Starfleet ship, and there is a Starfleet commander who comes on board and specifically requests to talk to security crewman Archibald. Right, and it's found that security crewman Archibald has history with Commander Rathmore, Starfleet Commander Rathmore. So Starfleet Commander Rathmore is a warship commander. He has, and so basically, and he is security, just like Archibald, but he's specialized in shields, photon torpedoes, and phase cannon arrays, right? And also he has had command of ships that have had less science and more war equipment on them, right? So he's an aggressive hawk-like Starfleet commander. So he comes on, and I immediately give boxing as a focus for to security crewman Archibald, and say, you know, when you were going through Starfleet Academy, Rathmore was already an officer. He was already a lieutenant then, not a commander. But you guys had a good relationship, and he taught you how to box, right? And you guys were friends previously. So Rathmore comes on board, and he requests a private audience with security crewman Archibald. And he says, listen, Archibald, we are, first contact has already been established, the Vulcans with the Klingons. We have first contact with the Ferengis. Great job, getting that managed. And at this point, the first contact with Ferengis has been spectacularly successful, and Archibald is responsible for that, even though it started out poorly. Right? And actually, there are strong relationships that are being built between the Ferengis and the humans. Humans like to buy, Ferengis like to sell. That's a no-brainer, right? And so Rathmore says, this ship, like many other ships that are being built by Starfleet right now, is a mixed purpose ship, right? There are scientists here. There are there's medical officers here. There are command officers here. So there's security officers here. There are communication officers here, right? And all of those disciplines there are diplomacy officers here. And all those disciplines are built to work together. But the reality is, the Romulans the Vulcans have already warned us about the Romulans, and I suspect that the Vulcans are not telling us the truth about many of the species that we're interacting with now, many of these extraterrestrial species. And I believe that already the relationship between Earth and the humans and the Vulcans is already beginning to fray. So what I want to do is I'm going to the Admiral of the Starfleet Academy, and I want him to shift a significant portion of the budget. Right now, 33% of all the money that is being spent on all ships, and shift it to a full 100% war fleet. Starfleet ships that have zero purpose other than war. No science officers, no communications officers, a minimum of medical officers, half the contingent that would be on a normal ship. Some command officers, so it would just be command, pilot, engineering, and a minimum of medical, and then all the rest would be filled with security. So we'd really be getting rid of communications and science, and we would shift the purpose of this entire fleet to be war only, right? And I really think we need this, because I think we're going to be running into issues with Klingons. There's no signs of that yet, but it could happen. I think we're going to be running into issues with the Vulcans, and I definitely think we're going to run into issues with the Romulans, and we need a full war stance. Now, okay, Scott Garibay note to you, the viewer. I positioned Rathmore to make a challenging social interaction for security crewman Archibald. I considered Rathmore a villain, right? Like saying, oh, you know, forget Gene Roddenberry idea. We're not going to explore the stars. We're going to blow the stars up, right? And so I really expected security crewman Archibald to be like, oh, that, you know, hey, you know, scientists are really useful. Communication officers are useful. You know, having Starfleet ships that do nothing but kill, that's a terrible idea. That's exactly what I expected our security crewman Archibald to say. So last thing Rathmore says is, I want to start this fleet up, and I want your support. And the moment I get authorization, I want to make you the captain of one of these 100% warships. You know what security crewman Archibald said? He's like, I'm in. Great. That sounds awesome. I was like, what? Like, I was shocked. I was so shocked, right? But he's like, yeah, I totally get it. You know, we're going to have problems with the Romulans. We're going to have problems with the Vulcans. We're going to have problems with the Klingons. Might as well get a strong war stance now. I was stunned. I was absolutely stunned by this decision. And so at that point, Rathmore is like, fantastic. I'm so excited. I'm going to go, and I'm going to, you know, you stay on the ship. You go travel as far as you want on Enterprise NX-01. We will catch up to you, but we will send a message. And I want you to realize you're, you know, could be 2 weeks, could be 2 months. Hopefully it's not going to be 2 years. But soon, when I come back, the next time I see you, I'm offering you a captainship on a 100% war ship, right? And security crewman Archibald was like, bet, we don't need scientists. Let's go. I was like, like, you know, because I thought it would be like kind of a social, oh, hey, you know, that's a great idea, but I need to talk you down, Rathmore. He's like, nah, that's a great idea. Let's do it, right? I was truly, truly shocked. So Rathmore is like, thank you very much. And Archer and the rest of the bridge crew respect Archibald's privacy, but get this, right? One of Archibald's security crew heard the entire speech, and the reason why is the security crews leave their comms on all the time, right? So that they can hear each other. They can hear all conversations that are happening across all security communicators that are happening in the proximity of all security communicators, and this has helped them respond very, very quickly to crises before. So that's why they do it. And so as soon as Rathmore gets in his ship and leaves, right? And Archer is very cordial, and and Rathmore has respect among Tucker and Archer, right? But then security crewman Archibald's co-security crewman comes in like, this is an absolutely terrible idea. This is absolutely going to change the vision of what Enterprise is being. We're going out to the stars to make peace. We're not going out to the stars to make war. This is a horrible idea, and I think you absolutely should not do this, right? And really is opposed to it. So security crewman Archibald is like, hey, I know you heard that conversation, but you need to keep this under your hat. And security crewman says, yes, I will keep this under our hat. That's been our agreement when he had these comms on at all time. But I'm telling you, this is dangerous and this is wrong, right? And this is going to create a war very, very quickly, a war that was not needed, right? It's hard to, you know, give scientists and communications their due, but we do it because it's the right thing, and what you're doing is absolutely wrong. And so at the end, security crewman Archibald was called out by one of his own security co-crewmen, right? But we ended this session, we ended this specific scene with security crewman Archibald being offered a wartime captaincy by Rathmore, and Rathmore going to make that happen. And security crewman Archibald dedicated to take that captainship when it's offered. So that's where we end this particular video. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion on Star Trek Adventures Warp Onyx campaign. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments, it sends your traffic. Please consider like, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.